What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mr. Getting It Done, and we're here in beautiful sunny Florida. We're about to answer another question that came in on one of my YouTube videos, regarding business credit. And I'm going to paraphrase this, right? It came from DL-1. DL-1. First of all, thank you, DL, for commenting and asking this question. I appreciate that. So basically, to summarize, this person talked about, he or she talked about getting 5 or 6 new credit cards. Their credit score dropped as a result, but they understand that over time it's going to go back up. And basically is, how can you leverage that to go ahead and get business credit? And then how do you build business credit the smart way, right? The right way. And that's a beautiful question, man, because business credit is so powerful, and I feel like a lot of people underestimate it, don't know about it, don't care to know about it, think it's like a scam, think that they don't qualify, think that it's too hard. Whatever the case is, whatever excuse you're giving yourself as to why you haven't tapped into business credit, if you're a business owner or if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, if you're looking to leave that 9 to 5, like, these are the reasons why you would try to get into entrepreneurship, start your LLC, and then run up the bag on the business credit side to go ahead and scale your business, get started, purchase that inventory, etc. Business credit is powerful. It has changed my life. It has changed my family's life. So, like, all it takes is for you to take this subject serious and to really dive in and learn all of the little nuances, learn everything that you need to know in order to go into the bank and get this money, because this money is out there and is available for all of us, right? So that question is beautiful, man. So once you get your personal credit in position, the fastest way to build business credit is to leverage your personal credit, period. So that's why it's imperative, it's absolutely essential that your personal profile is built out properly with the correct data points and is ready to go. Because when the bank looks at your personal side, they're going to see how you've been handling debt and money on your personal side to judge you as a barometer on the business side. So if you got a $25,000 credit card, $10 credit card on the personal side, and you're paying it on time, low utilization, and the bank sees that, they're like, all right, cool. He's been trusted with 10. He's been trusted with 25. He's doing good. He's carrying over low balances, or he's got 0 balances, whatever. All right, we can trust him. Let's go ahead and give him the bag on the business side, right? So they're going to use, when you leverage your personal credit, the banks are going to use your personal credit limits to give you comparable limits on the business side, but they're going to 3 and 4x those. That's the beautiful thing about business credit, right? So if you got 5,000 or 10,000 on the business side, on the personal side, excuse me, the bank would be like, you know what? Let's give this young man or this young lady, let's give them something comparable or more, because every business credit card has its max limit, right? Like Navy Federal business credit card is 25,000. Right, like Truist is 15,000 or 20,000, right? So each business credit card has its max limit. So they're either going to give you that max limit because they see that you're doing well on your personal side, or they may say, you know what, let's give him 10 because he has 10 on the personal side, see how he does with that, and then we can increase him to the 15, 20, or 25 as he or she shows that they're responsible with the card, right? So business credit, I can't say it enough. It's absolutely powerful, but you have to learn how to properly structure your business, have these things that we're about to talk about right now in place in order to go out and leverage your personal credit to get business credit, right? ASAP, rapidito, or I'll give you some gems on how you can start building business credit outside of your personal Social Security number, where you can just utilize the EIN number for your business and build business credit independently. It's going to take you a little while, but you don't have to co-sign, you don't have to use your personal Social Security, and you don't have to personally guarantee the debt from the personal when you build your business credit out on its own. So I'll give you a couple gems on that real quick. So first and foremost, let's dive in. Excuse me. So I got my board here. I hope y'all can see. Let me grab this. So DL1, I'm about to go in. Get your pen and paper and take notes. right? So business credit, like I said before, a lot of people underestimate business credit. They don't think it's feasible for them. They don't think it's real. They don't think they're qualified. Like, let's stop thinking negative, and let's put all those excuses under the rug. And I'm about to tell you exactly what you need right now to go out and start this process and get this bag. So when we start business credit, the first thing that we want to do is we want to have a name, right? And that name, it needs to be a broad and vague name, okay? And the reason why is because if you use, let's say, for example, my real estate company, Rodriguez Properties, Inc., right? So when I started Rodriguez Properties, Inc., I wanted my name on there. I wanted people to know I was in real estate, right? And although I had excellent credit and I was applying for business credit, a couple of times I got denied and didn't know why, because I'm like, dude, I got an excellent credit profile, but I didn't realize it was because of the name. The name is in a high-risk industry. So real estate and trucking are two examples of high-risk industries. So the bank's either going to be reluctant to lend or they're going to lend minimally, right? So I experienced both. So I got denials and I got minimal lending, minimal funding at like $5,000 or $6,000. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for the bag. So as I got deeper into learning business credit, I realized that the name has a lot to do with it. So when you pick your name, make sure that it's vague and make sure that it's broad, and it doesn't have what you're doing business as, you know, what your business is in the name, because the bank will be biased. They can either judge you before you even walk into the bank. You know, they'll judge you the minute you submit your application. So be very mindful of that, okay? Got to have a vague name, and you can have a DBA that goes into the niche and goes into your business. So for example, if, you know, I could have had Rodriguez Properties as my DBA, right? So, you know, Rodriguez Enterprise, DBA, Rodriguez Properties, right? Something along those lines. So I could have had my DBA like fine-tuned, but my mother name is vague and broad, so that they don't know what I'm doing. I tell them what I'm doing or which area I'm in, right? So the name is extremely important. The next one is the address. A lot of people overlook this, and if they don't overlook it, they put their personal address. Do not put your personal address. You need a commercial address that's commercially zoned for your business, right? Think about Chase. If you walk into Chase and asking for a bag, a credit card, a loan, think about, they have a commercial address, that a building that you can actually walk into to speak with a representative, right? So you got to have the same for your business. You have to be legitimate. You have to set it up legitimate and also appear legitimate to the bank in order to get lending. So address is important. You need a business commercially zoned address. Telephone number can't be your personal cell phone number, can't be a Google Voice. Go pay for a subscription and get an actual business telephone line. You know, that can be an 800 number or a local number, but you're gonna need a professional telephone number. Email address, you know, Danny Rodriguez at gmail.com is not going to cut it. Danny Rodriguez at hotmail.com is not going to cut it, right? It needs to be info sales at rodriguezproperties.com. It needs to be professional. Think about it. Chase, right? Let's go back to Chase. You know, when you reach out to Chase, customer support at chase.com, or, you know, info at chase.com, right? They have a professional email address, right? Fax number. Go ahead and get yourself a fax number. It's not a lot. You know, you pay a couple dollars a month for it, but you're gonna need a fax number. Website. So a lot of people overlook this, thinking they don't need a website. The bank is gonna look you up. If you go inside the bank and you're asking for money, best believe they're gonna look you up to make sure that you're legit, that you have a presence online, and you get that presence via a website. It doesn't need to be a, you know, $10,000 website and all this other crazy nonsense. Just a simple 3-tab, 4-tab website, you know, home page, about page, you know, products and services, contact, something along those lines, right? Something that explains your business and what are you doing, so that way when the bank goes to your website, they can get a snapshot of your business and know that you're legit, okay? And what I missed to put on here was I wouldn't even write it in, but I'll say it. So you want to be listed on Google or 411, right? So you want to list your business so that way you're searchable, you're findable. So when the bank puts your information in the database, you can pop up. And the way that you do that is you get on Google or you get on 411 listing and you get your business listed. So I didn't, that's what that little spot was there for. I drew a blank when I was putting this together, but I just remember now, right? So in here goes list your business on Google or 411, okay? And then, you know, down here, right? So that's what you're gonna need to get your business going, right? This is the basics. This is the fundamentals before you can go out to the bank and ask for the bag, right? And then when it comes to business credit cards, so that's primarily the first tier of funding for any new business is credit cards, because you're going to leverage your personal credit, right? So you're going to leverage your personal credit to go out and get business credit. As I explained earlier in the video, when the bank checks your personal credit profile, they're looking for a 680 or better, right? 680 is going to get you crumbs. 720 to 750 is going to give you the max. So let's not go bare minimum. We don't want crumbs, right? So put your credit in a position where at a 720 or 750 or higher, okay? And when you leverage your personal credit to go ahead and get the business credit cards first, they're going to look at your personal limits. So you want to have your personal limits up above 2,500. You want to have those credit cards on your personal side for at least 2, 3, 4 years, minimum 2 years, right? You can even add a minimum of 3 years, right? So 3 years minimum on your personal credit cards, above $2,500 limit, like non-negotiables, before you can think about going to apply for the bag. Don't get me wrong, if you have an excellent credit profile with low limit cards, you know, not to say that you're going to get denied, but again, they'll give you something comparable. They'll give you lower limits, right? So the whole goal of transitioning over to business credit is to max out, to get the bag, because business credit is always going to give you 3, 4, 5 times that you have on your personal side, right? So if you have high profiles in your high credit limits on your personal side for those credit cards, they're going to give you something comparable or more on the business side, and we'll take that, right? So on the business side is a thing that's called Paydex. Let me put it here. So you have your Paydex score, which is basically your credit score for your business. You want to be at an 80 or above. Okay, so when you leverage your personal credit to go ahead and get business credit, as you start making your credit card payments, they're going to report that information to the business credit bureaus, right? Which is Equifax Business, Experian Business, Dun & Bradstreet, right? And what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank, but it'll come to me, right? So they're going to report that information out to these bureaus, which is then going to generate you a Paydex score. So when you get to an 80 or above, that's considered excellent, right? So now you're starting to move the needle, and you leverage your personal credit to move the needle on the business credit, and you can get to an 80 Paydex score in under a year. So think about how long it takes to build personal credit, right? It takes years. You can build your business credit in just in a year, dude. And we're already in 2023. Think about, like, I feel like we were just in January. We're already in July, right? So that time's going to go by fast. And then lastly, if you want to build your business credit outside of your personal credit using your EIN only, then you want to start with net 30 accounts, right? And net 30 accounts are basically accounts that are for brand new businesses, brand new people starting out with zero business credit, right? And you go to these companies and you say, hey, do you have net 30 terms? And they'll say, yes, we do. And then they'll offer you, let's say you want to buy a camera. Okay, you can buy this camera, it's $200. You purchase it today, and then I'm going to bill you. When I send you the bill, that amount is due 30 days out, right? So that's basically what a net 30 is that you get the product up front, and then you have 30 days from the date of that invoice to make that payment. But when you get that invoice, you need to pay it immediately, right? You don't want to wait to the last minute. You don't want to wait to the end to make that payment, because one, you need time for that payment to settle on that net 30 account, and then two, when you make the payment ASAP, it reports ASAP. Woo, you feel me? So my people, I hope that answered your question, DL. I hope that put things into perspective for you, and help you understand how to leverage your personal credit to go ahead and get business credit, and then how to properly build business credit from the ground up, starting with net 30s. So my beautiful people, if you have any other questions, concerns, need advice, credit, real estate, financial literacy, whatever the case is, drop it in the comments below. I'll make a video just like this one, answering that question for you so that we can all level up in 2023 moving forward, man. Abundance is our birthright, so we need to be out here getting it for us and our families. So until the next video, stay well, stay healthy, stay beautiful. I'll catch you in the next one.